everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today, looking at career for you. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate all that support. It really does help out the channel. I do apologize in advance for any coughing, sniffling, or I do also have throat lozenges happening today at the moment as well. So sorry if that is bugging anybody. Got to do what we got to do, yeah. Especially with the crazy winter-like weather we're having already here in Australia. Using the Money Moves Oracle deck today, along with the Origami Lenormand. As always, timestamps will be in the description box, so you're more than welcome to check out multiple placements, check out placements of co-workers or anything like that as well. It really sometimes does give a few extra layers of information to, what's going on for you. We are just going to sort of focus on career generally, but I kind of do want to sort of look more at, are we going to be meeting our career goals? So if you do have a specific career goal in mind, maybe reflect upon that before you move on to your sign. All right, but starting off today with our Aries. Okay. Aries, what does Aries need to know in regard to career? Career messages for Aries, please. What does Aries need to know in regard to career? Upcoming career energy for Aries. Oh, winning. We like that. Definitely seeing some really good energy for you here, Aries. We have the winning card. All right, so it does come with a bit of a warning of don't spend everything all at once. So, sooner or later, luck comes to everyone. So we definitely do see, an increase for you in your general luck within your career. Some of you may be receiving promotions, small pay raises, things like that. You may just sort of be lucking out, and even if this is not within your career, you may actually be kind of the right place at the right time to get some sort of financial gain. For some of you, that's not even financial gain. But it is, if that makes sense. It's like you're actually winning something, or you're being given something like a perk of the job or something like that. So, you're noticing that, you're getting some sort of perk, whether it be, travel, or you're getting some sort of insurance being offered to you because of your job and things like that. Just some sort of, it is a kind of financial thing, but it's not necessarily actual, cash in your hands. But we do have this surprise card as well. An unexpected turn can bring positive change. Be ready for change. So surprise, you're winning at this career stuff, Aries. So there definitely could be some sort of career change coming through for you that does sort of, end up in this perk that you're receiving here. This, for some of you, it definitely could be like a pay rise, something like that. Some sort of new opportunity that is a bit of a surprising change for you, something that maybe you weren't expecting when it comes to career. Aries, career. What's going on for Aries when it comes to career? Oh my goodness, Aries, you're getting all the positive cards today. I love it. We have the ring coming through here, but it is coming through backed up by the heart and the sun. All right, so, you're entering into a cycle, a pattern with the career stuff, a brand new cycle. For some of you, this is specifically a contract, some sort of, career-related commitment that you're entering into. The ring can sometimes talk about, binding contracts, some sort of commitment that you are, a brand new cycle that you're starting here. It is coming from you're going to love the change. Even if it's a bit of a surprise and it takes you a little bit of time to warm up to it, it is going to, result in, you having a lot more passion and love for what you're doing. Okay, so definitely a positive there. Ultimate happiness with the sun here. You know, the love being revealed. You know, I do feel for a lot of you that initially it may not seem like this initially, but that gets revealed to you sort of along the line there that, wow, I actually love doing this more than I thought I would. I've actually got a really strong passion for this. This makes me happy. Yeah, so definitely some really positive cycles starting for you with your career at the moment, Aries. So definitely, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Pay attention to those opportunities being you know, in your career at the moment. They're paying off. Okay, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, what's going on for Taurus with career? Pardon me. Upcoming energy for Taurus with career. That one, obviously. Taurus. One more for Taurus, please. Career energy for Taurus. Sorry, Taurus. These kind of actually both say very similar things. They both allude to the same general concept. We have the Bright Ideas card coming through first. Okay, so take action on your ideas, have an innovative new inspiration, testing out new ideas and breaking out fast. All right, so you're sort of, if you're coming up with new ideas, new, you know, some sort of like invention type energy within your career, you're thinking of new ways of doing things, new perspectives. You've got some, you know, brand new idea on how we're going to, you know, do this better or you know, do this more efficiently. Really acting on those and prompting those to, you know, move forward, taking action on those ideas. We also see fertility coming through, so you can kind of see there we've got the giant egg. So once again, it's this bright idea. It's this, you know, the idea being fertilized before it cracks open out into the world here. This does say it's time to think about family life and children, but I actually feel that with that bright ideas card, the fertility is, you know, the concept, the brand new concept being born within you, some sort of, you know, idea or concept or something sort of, you know, it's kind of that energy of something being fertilized and about to, you know, crack open out into the world, about to be born into the world here. So it really does, it's not actually talking to me here about family or children at all. It's actually just talking about, you know, breaking out and you know, taking those actions to, you know, break out of your shell and take those ideas to the next level within your career here, Taurus. Okay, Taurus. And I want to say here too, like, even if they seem like silly ideas, acting on them. Yeah, like, because I'm just sort of getting here, Taurus, someone with like an idea that you seem that it's like you seem to think that it's very trivial or silly or you know, surely that's not actually going to work. But it's kind of like asking you to test it out. Just test it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does, it could actually be a bigger difference than you think. It's kind of like something, just some little silly little change, and you seem to think that it's very trivial, but it actually kind of snowballs into something else, and it sort of spurs on new ideas from there as well. So don't think that your ideas are silly or trivial. You know, test them out, move forward with them, take action on them. You can always, you know, scrap it if it doesn't work out how you want. But I feel like a lot of you will surprise yourself at how such a small thing can actually turn into the thing that makes a difference. All right, Taurus, what's going on for Taurus with career? What does Taurus need to know in regard to career, please? Pardon me. definitely seeing you moving forward, starting new journeys, starting new adventures. So, really, really, it's kind of a little bit thinking outside the box here, seeing it as a bit of an adventure to come up with new ideas and be innovative within your workplace, or, even if it's a, boring job with everything set and planned, trying to be innovative in the way that you're doing that or approaching that with your perspective and whatnot. It's really asking you to allow that spark of creativity in your brain to take hold, and then act on that, to sort of jump on that ship and get going with that. Really, really seeing some movement here for you, Taurus. We do have the bear, so stand tall and confident. Even if you think that it's silly, stand tall and confident in your idea. And move forward with that regardless, and defend your ideas. They're good ideas. Don't be afraid to defend them, and stand tall and strong and firm in supporting your own ideas. All right. We do see the letter here as well, so definitely seeing you standing tall and firm and communicating very clearly. Look, I have these ideas, this is what we're going to try. There's a lot of clever communication there. You're standing on point, kind of thing. You're not backing down when it comes to the way that you're communicating very openly, honestly, and really pushing this forward momentum for yourself within your career. So communication is definitely highlighted for you within your career at the moment as well. So make sure you are communicating those ideas to the people around you within the workplace as well, or the people that can make those changes or help make those changes for you as well. All right, so that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, what's going on for our Geminis in work, career? What's going on for Gemini with career? Upcoming energy for Gemini in career, please. Money matters. Investing your money wisely, all right? So cut costs, check your resources, plan ahead, making informed choices. So this is really sort of, I'm checking my list and I'm checking it twice. So going over your finances with a fine-tooth comb. Just, for some of you, I feel like it may have even been a Gemini I had this message for recently in a private message where it was, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's all about where you're putting it and how you're, looking at that. And even if you've got a really good plan, everything written out really well and planned out for, how you deal with your money, where your money's going, it's time for like a refresh. Go back over that and just double check things, and maybe there is still some expenses that can be cut and changed and things like that. It is just sort of saying, maybe it's time to invest a little bit more wisely. So maybe instead of investing that money into Netflix that you never watch, invest it into something that's actually helping create more money for you, something that's for your business, or for your self-healing and your self-growth, and your treating yourself. Maybe that's actually wiser to spend that Netflix money on something that you're actually going to use and enjoy as a rest time period spending. So just think about those sorts of things. It's just time for a bit of a refresh and go over the financial plans. We do see the fruits of your labor coming through as well. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Rich again is here. So, I feel like for a lot of you that this is why we're going over things, because I feel like for a lot of you there is actually a little bit more wiggle room than you maybe realize. And so going over everything with a fine-tooth comb, you're finding the extra apples on that tree that you never even saw when you first glanced at it. So, and I feel like it's kind of that energy too of not being afraid to invest wisely in things, because it is definitely giving that energy of, you've got to spend money to make money sort of thing. So that sometimes, if you want, if you want this tree to bloom and fruit all this, all this extra money for you, that you do need to put a bit of money into, a better fertilizer and that sort of stuff. So it's really thinking about where your money is going, and is it actually going into, the fertilizer, the water to water this tree, or is it sort of, are you putting the money into water that's just rolling down the hill? Or bad fertilizer? Are you still spending money, but if you spend maybe a little bit more on that and get a better quality fertilizer, you're going to actually reap the benefits much greater from that. Just a weird analogy there, I know, but that's how it's coming through. Gemini. Career messages for our Geminis. What's going on for Gemini with career? Ye of little faith, Gemini. We do have the cross coming through first. So I feel like you have been lacking faith a little bit in yourself. And it's just confidence, I think, for a lot of you here. Just lacking that confidence to really push yourself when it comes to your career stuff. Just feeling the responsibilities and the burdens, rather than the just having faith that it's all working out for a reason, and that you are where you are supposed to be right now with career. All right, so for those of you who are sort of doubting or questioning your career at the moment, yes, you do seem to be, on your destined path within your career here. It will kind of pay off for you. It's just a matter of, having faith that you are walking in the right direction here, and that you maybe have been taking the brunt of a lot of the responsibilities up until now. But I do feel as though that is sort of shifting a little bit for you very, very soon. We do also see the Tower coming through here. There may be the need for you to work alone a little bit more, be a little bit more boss type energy when it comes to that Tower energy. It's a very authoritative energy. So you may be needing to take a bit more of a leadership role, take on that leadership energy, that authoritative energy a little bit more, be your own boss a little bit more, even if you're working for somebody else, kind of thing. A bit more, the foundation is strong. Your foundation is strong. So, relying on yourself a little bit more and knowing that you are moving in the right direction here. So it's time to sort of stand tall and accept the responsibilities. And then I feel as though they're going to ease. As soon as you sort of stand up and go, that's it, I'm taking responsibility here, I feel like they kind of ease off a little bit for you anyway. And then we do see some new opportunities here with the key. All right, so the key does really come with new opportunities coming your way. It's all roads lead to success when we see that key, but definitely some more options, and opening yourself up a little bit more to alternative opportunities as well. I do feel that for a lot of you, you may be being offered opportunities that on the surface they don't seem like your favored opportunity, but under the surface they're actually better opportunities than you could kind of imagine. Maybe it's just part of the path that you need to go to, take that opportunity in order to get to the next opportunity from that. So just take that into consideration when you are paying attention to opportunities around you within your career at the moment. Okay, that even if they seem a little bit oddball, they may actually just, if you're being offered those opportunities, there's a reason. They may actually be part of your sort of, have faith that it's for a reason kind of thing there, Gemini. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Cancer. Cancer, what's going on for Cancer with career? Career energy for our Cancers. Upcoming career energy for Cancer, please. Interesting energy here, Cancer. Okay, so firstly we have the surprise card coming through. Be ready for change, okay? An unexpected turn can bring positive change. And I feel like it's, I'm hearing better late than never. I feel like you've kind of put yourself to the brink. This is the exhausted card coming through there as well. So it's kind of like right as you think that you just cannot take this anymore, bang, surprise, here comes this change for you, which kind of pushes you past the point of exhaustion, I feel, for a lot of you. So don't be surprised if you, you get to that point where you're about to give up and you're like, that's it, I'm going to call in sick for a week because I just need a sleep. And then you get pushed into some change that, spurs you on for another couple of days while this change takes place before you can actually deal with the exhaustion energy. Feeling financially drained, lacking viable options, recharging and regrouping. So, pardon me, it does feel as though you are just sort of feeling very drawn out, that you're lacking options when it comes to your career. But, right as you're getting ready to, recharge and regroup and, that's it, I'm about to collapse with exhaustion, bang, here comes this change. All right, so don't be surprised if it's, right when you need it, kind of energy. Cancer, career energy for Cancer. Pretty clear kind of message here, to be honest. Firstly, we have the star coming through. This does sort of tell us to be hopeful and optimistic. That does seem to be a very strong message here. And it does feel to be about this change, about this kind of surprise. This change is happening. Something unexpected is happening. It might actually be more positive than you think. It is very, very clearly here a meeting with a masculine energy. Okay, so this masculine energy is not necessarily a male, but I dare say this is your boss kind of thing, or somebody higher up in your company or something along those lines. Somebody very, an important person, basically, that you're having a meeting with. The garden does talk about meetings. It does talk about the need to, meet halfway and compromise a little bit with this person. For some of you, it's simply, going out to coffee with this person and, having a talk about what we're going to do next, or some change or some new contract, or something along those lines. It definitely could just be, a meeting. You're called into a meeting, something along those lines. And that's really where you're needing to have hope and optimism, and bring that to the table with you, that you are hopeful and optimistic, that even though I might be exhausted right now, that there's a reason, there's a method to the madness kind of thing, that all my dreams can come true in this career, that all my wishes will be fulfilled. And because it does appear that, through this meeting, it may actually address some of your career goals, that are more likely to be met if you are, if you follow through with this meeting, as well as, compromising and being very, it does talk about being sociable during this meeting as well. So you probably will want to be very, hopeful, optimistic energy, going into this particular meeting, where you're willing to face whatever the meeting's about. Because I feel like a lot of you're going to be like a bit worried about, oh, this is scary, meeting. I'm being called in for a meeting. What's going on? But I feel like the more hopeful and optimistic your energy can be, as you go into that, the more willing this person is going to be to meet you halfway, to meet your goals and desires halfway, rather than focusing so much on their goals and desires. They're going to be willing to take yours into account as well. It's a personable kind of thing. The more sociable and interactive you are on a optimistic level, at this meeting, the better it's going to pay off for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's what we have for you today, Cancer. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, what's going on for Leo with career? Upcoming career energy for Leo. Interesting. We have money matters coming through. this is talking about investing your money wisely. It does say looking at expenses, saving, cutting costs, resource planning ahead, making informed choices. Investing your money wisely. So really looking at where your money is going, and really going over that with a fine-tooth comb. Where can I actually, spend more wisely? So, if I'm buying brand A, maybe I should start buying brand B, because even though it's a little bit more expensive, I'm actually getting a better money's worth value out of that item. Those sorts of things. Where am I spending money where I don't need to be spending money? Oh, I haven't watched Netflix in a month. Maybe I should just can that subscription, see how I go without it. And maybe that will actually, then I'll be able to move the money from Netflix over to, this particular cost, and all those sorts of things. Because we do see the shedding card coming through here as well. And this is reducing losses, elimination, and completing a new metamorphosis. It's time to set higher goals. So, while you're going through the expenses, it's time to really shed any expenses, any costs that are no longer serving you. If it's not really, it's kind of giving that what's it? It's the Marie Kondo thing where, she does the, she goes through your house, and she cleans your house out and makes you have like nothing in your house. Um, but it's like when she goes through your clothes, she goes, okay, well, this item, have you worn this in the last 3 months? Well, maybe you should sell it or donate it, or, if you haven't worn it, sell it, donate it. Cutting your wardrobe down to just a few items, with just a few, statement pieces to make those few items, different outfits and things like that. So it's that sort of concept with your money here, shedding the excess, the stuff that you don't really need or use that much. You're shedding those things, you know, and sort of, it's kind of living a little bit more frugally in that sense, but it's because you're investing your money wisely, and you're putting it, towards a higher goal, a higher financial goal for yourself. So maybe you're saying, okay, well, do you know what? I can go without the fancy coffee. I'm going to swap brands and go to the cheap coffee this, for a few months, and I'm going to put the money I'm saving is going to go to my holiday fund, because that's my higher financial goal. Is like, oh, I need a new car, so I'm going to put the money, start putting money that, from those things that are no longer necessity to me, put those into, my holiday fund or my car fund, or things like that. That higher goal. So the little things that don't really matter, taking them away, and putting, investing that money wisely into, a higher financial goal for yourself at the moment. All right, Leo, but let's have a look here for you as well with the Lenormand. Leo, what's going on for Leo with career messages for Leo? I do feel too that shedding energy is coming through specifically in career, in the sense of, there's elements of your job that you're doing things that are unnecessary. You're taking you may be doing something that, ultimately it could take you 4 steps to do this thing for your job, but you're doing it in 6 steps. So going through the procedure that you're doing and going, oh, do you know what? That's totally unnecessary. That, that part doesn't actually, affect the outcome of this thing. So I'm going to take those steps out and, start saving myself time, investing my time more wisely on the work front there as well. We do see stability here, the house, followed by the lilies. Okay, so we do definitely see a lot of long-term stability for you with this career that you are currently in. So even if it's not what you want to do forever, it has this potential to be very stable for you long-term. It's kind of, it's not going to disappear overnight. The business that you're currently in is not going to disappear tonight, so you do have that stability to fall back on here. It does sort of seem to have a lot of financial security with that. You kind of where you stand basically with this job, I feel, and this is something that, if you so choose, you can do this for a very long time. It can be a part of your career focus for a very long time. If you are someone who does want, you know, the longer term energy when it comes to work, this has definitely got that potential for you. We do see, you know, here sometimes there may be some emotional sensitivities coming through with the workplace. I do feel as though there may just be, it may just have to do with some interactions between yourself and other staff members is what I'm picking up on here. But ultimately you have a lot of security. So, you know, it's kind of telling me here that using your kindness and your high morals to guide you through these interactions, if you are having a little bit of emotional sensitivity with people in the workplace. Really, really focusing on your own, you know, sense of kindness and your own values and morals and sticking to those, that's going to see you through. All right. We do see the clouds coming through as well. So, you know, I do feel as though you know, this particular job, it does seem to be very logic based, very logic based here. So that's why those emotional sensitivities maybe are coming up a little bit for you here. And the more that you're just sticking to your values and your moral, you know, your moral values there and ethics, the better that this is going to be for you in the long term, because, you know, the clouds does try to confuse you a little bit, you know, and sometimes it makes us think that we need to react emotionally to emotions, but you don't. Okay, with that coming through here, think before you act, and rather than acting emotionally, think before you act, and think about your kindness and your morals. Seems to be coming through very strongly here. Think about those and sticking to those, and making decisions from that, rather than, you know, allowing your judgment to get a little bit clouded because you're anxious. You know, the clouds sometimes can cause a little bit of anxiety and confusion and clouded judgments. So just be wary of that you do need to sort of stop and think sometimes before you do act with the work stuff. Okay. But, you know, ultimately a very stable opportunity, that particular career, you know, that you are in there. That's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo, career energy for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know about upcoming career energy? Career energy for our Virgos. Flexibility, Virgo. Isn't he a beautiful octopus? Flexibility, adapting slowly by using your versatility, compromise, adaptation, change. Be flexible in your methods. So, which is going to be very important with this next card as well, that you do need to be able to sort of roll with the punches a little bit here, Virgo. And if things change, you need to be able to change with them. All right. It's not as closed a door as it may look. All right, we do have the closed doors card coming there, but you kind of need to, once again, roll with the punches and understand that this door is closed for a reason. Be flexible with that and allow that door to be closed. Don't try to pry it open. You know, it does say no good job opportunities. The current job is coming to an end, starting all over again. But this is just part of your cycle with your career at the moment. It's you need to be flexible. The more adaptable that you are to this, the better this is going to go for you, because I am feeling like this is not a job ending for all of you. Okay, I just want to put that out there straight away. For some of you it may just be like, you know, a specific part of your job is coming to some sort of end, or you've reached the end of a project, or there may not be any more opportunities from where you are right now. So there may not be, you know, promotional opportunities and those sorts of things. But that doesn't say that they're not available to you. Okay, I just want to let you know that it doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing your job. Okay, I just want to say that. Although because I feel the need to say that because for one or two of you that may actually be what it is. So but you kind of need to roll with the punches because even if you lost this job, right? If you don't roll with that and you're not adaptable to that change, what's going to happen is this door is going to stay blocked and you're not going to get any opportunities. All right. But if you go, okay, well, I can't do anything about it. I suppose I better find another job. Well, and you're trying to see the bright side of this and go, oh, well, obviously it wasn't meant to be. I'll roll with it and I'll see what else I can get. That is going to push you further. All right, because I'm just picking up on somebody here where if you lose your job and you react badly and you do not adapt very well to that at all, you're going to miss out on the recommendation to another company. You're going to miss out on, the boss goes, well, do you know what? Even though this is coming to an end, I've got this other job. So I'm kind of picking up on that this ending is actually a new beginning. It's kind of a transformative energy. It's not necessarily the be all and end all. So even if you're losing your job, if you react badly, you miss out on the opportunity that comes from that ending. Okay, so the better that you react, the more that you're going to get the next opportunity come to you. All right, so just be aware of that you do need to be very flexible with whatever's going on here. But like I said, it's not a job ending for everybody, okay? That's just one or two of you, all right? And I feel like for those of you where it is the end of a job, you hate the job anyway. So are you really that like fussed that it's coming to an end? You wouldn't you rather move on to something bigger and better anyway? I feel like you've been hoping for it in some kind of a way, and it's just the way that it's happening that throws you. So keep that in mind, all right? If you don't like your job, maybe it's not the end of the world that it comes to an end, all right? Virgo, what's going on for Virgo with career? Career energy for our Virgos. There's that new opportunity. There's the key coming through, which is the card of opening doors. This is the card that when one door closes, another one opens. Is that not what I was just talking about, Virgo? So you need to be flexible so we can get to this. The new opportunities, the new doors opening for you. And those doors are all success, success, success. All right? We have the bear. Stand tall and strong and firm. Be adaptable. Don't be careful with that bear energy. Don't be defensive. Don't get aggressive about this because that's not adaptable and flexible. All right? You do need to, stand tall and firm and strong. Be strong. Be strong to know that this is just rolling with the punches, just taking it how it comes. All right? And then we have the clover. Luck is on your side. Ultimately, luck is on your side here, Virgo. This is actually working out for the better for you. There may be financial gain coming through with career, with that card coming through. It's about taking new opportunities, taking those chances for something better, something bigger, something different. All right, so roll with it. Roll with it. It will work out. All right, you need to be flexible. The more flexible you can be, the better that is going to work out for you. All right, grace in the face of change. Okay, that's what we have for you today, Virgo. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements. You make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll move on to Libra. Libra. What's going on for Libra with career? Upcoming career energy for our Libra. Libra. Career energy for Libra, please. Vacation energy, Libra. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. All right, so even if you're not going on an actual holiday, actual vacation, it's about taking time to recharge. That might be just, a little 5-minute vacation in your head, before you go to work every day. You go and sit down and do a meditation, or, often, lunch break, you go and sit in the lunchroom and just, oh, I'm going to go to Hawaii for 5 minutes, visualizing that break that you desire there. It's taking that enjoying the freedom. I do feel for some of you there is an energy here of you being actually given or kind of forced holiday time. I don't think that that's something that happens everywhere in the world, but here in Australia, a lot of the time, if we have racked up too many, vacation hours, uh, some businesses will actually kind of like force you to take time off, paid time off. So it can be interesting sometimes, because if you work a certain amount of hours or too many shifts, too many days in a row. Sometimes you actually get enforced time off. Even if you want to go to work that day, they say, no, you can't. You have to have the day off. We'll pay you, chill, just go chill and sit down and do nothing, have a coffee. So I do feel like for some of you that it's something like that. You're kind of you've been overworking yourself. It's time to just stop and just take some time to recharge those batteries so that you can, if you're a hard worker and you want to be a hard worker, that is fine. But part of being a good hard worker is, also knowing when you do need to stop and recharge, so that you can, give 100% again tomorrow. If you've only been giving 95%, and you want to be someone who's giving 100% every day, make sure you take that time off and relax a little bit so that you can go back to giving 100. We do see opportunity coming through as well. New job opportunities, change of workplace, or a business trip. Change is coming just in time. So especially with that vacation energy, yeah, like I said, it may be a forced holiday for some of you, in the sense that your business may be saying, we need someone to go to Hawaii for this business trip, this business meeting, and you have to go, Libra. So here's your tickets to go to Hawaii. So you're kind of I do get this energy of someone being, forced to go on a holiday, forced to go on a vacation, even if it's just a small, just a small thing like, here, Libra, I need somebody to go to the other office, and take this, something along those lines. And it's kind of like something different for, mix up my day a little bit. I have to travel across the city and go to this office instead and hand in this, and I get to see it's a different environment. Yeah, that's what it's kind of all about at the moment, Libra. It's just that different environment, mixing it up a little bit. It seems to be a good opportunity for you to do that at the moment. And for some of you, it's being kind of enforced. It's part of your job right now to take that vacay. Libra, career energy for Libra, please. Firstly, we have the feminine energy coming through here, followed by the Tower. So this is, sitting alone with your thoughts, I feel, for a lot of you here, and your feelings especially, and nurturing yourself, your self independence when it comes to work. Your taking yourself away from it all. It's that holiday, I suppose, a little bit here. You've got a strong foundation within your career, so it's time for you to nurture yourself and that foundation, so that if you don't look after the bricks at the bottom of the tower, the whole thing will fall and collapse. So that's what this vacay time is all about. Is it's you coming through and cleaning these bottom bricks and maintaining them and making sure that they're looked after. Your foundation is looked after. Taking some time, just to yourself, really, more than anything. The Tower does talk about isolation a little bit. So for some of you, you may just sort of be, maybe that's your vacays. You're not working with the whole team this week. You're, forced to go and work by yourself for a week. But it's actually a good thing for you at the moment. We do see the Rider. Okay, so that very quickly moves you into your next phase within your career. So I'm not going deeper than this at the moment, but I do feel as though there is something a little bit deeper than that. I can't help myself, Libra. What comes after the Rider for Libra, please? It's kind of like, you know, getting back up on that horse and some sort of new opportunity. All right, there's a new opportunity. So it kind of swiftly takes you into new opportunities opening up for you, new opportunities to be successful. So once again, we're definitely seeing opportunities coming through for you. But you know, it kind of is dependent on you really actually just taking some time for yourself, having that little vacation, taking time to recharge in some kind of way, and then we can get back up on that horse and keep it moving. All right, so don't forget that important step of taking time to oneself to recharge. All right, and then we can keep it moving. All right, so that's what I've got for you today, Libra. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Scorpio. Incoming energy for Scorpio when it comes to career. What does Scorpio need to know in regard to career? I keep getting a bunch of colors. It's like all the different colors. Now it's kind of turning into the rainbow song. So there may be something coming through about rainbows, but it may just be this card because we have the fast changes card coming through. So it's like, you know, the whole work environment is going from orange to yellow to, you know, green to blue to purple. You know, it's these fast changes. It's like, it's just things changing very quickly. Things happening suddenly in a short period and in a hurry, taking very bold steps forward. All right. So not being afraid to roll with the changes and, you know, just bang, 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 bang. It's kind of like a snowball effect here, I feel, for a lot of you, Scorpio, that things are happening very, very quickly, changing very quickly around your career at the moment. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily feel like a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, I think, for a lot of you here, especially if you're stepping forward into each change quite confidently and you know, you're good. You're good. So just step forward. You're good. Step forward. You're good. Step forward. Just go with the flow kind of thing. We also have independence coming through as well. So managing money yourself, independence guarantees your security. Don't depend on others. All right. So with those fast changes, just keep stepping forward, and don't wait for anyone else, kind of thing. If other people around you are struggling to keep up with the changes, it's kind of a little bit like that's their problem at the moment. You need to show that you can adapt and move forward with those changes very, very quickly if you want your job security, basically. Because, you know, I do get this energy of, you know, while these things are changing so quickly, other people may not be able to keep up with that as much as you can. But if you allow them to hold you back, it's holding you back. All right, so you need to act independently, and so take those steps forward by yourself. I'm sorry. I know sometimes we do develop very close relationships with co-workers, and you know we want to try to work. Teamwork makes the dream work, and all that sort of stuff. But you actually do need to worry about yourself first and foremost in this particular situation, Scorpio. So it's kind of like, put yourself first and you take those steps and show that you're willing to take those steps. You know, you could, after all these changes are in place, because I feel like once things settle back down, then you can help out again. Then you can go back, you know, then you can help everyone else catch up to where you are. But like I feel like you need to, there's just something about you needing to show that you can bang, 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 go along with all this. because, you know, otherwise you're going to get held back. And for some reason, other people holding back holds you back more if you allow it. You're the one that's going to get stuck all the way back there when then they'll finally catch up and you'll be behind them. So don't allow that to happen. You need to think of yourself in this situation, okay, Scorpio? You need to be a little bit selfish with the career stuff right now and really think about your own survival and you taking steps forward and showing that you can roll with the changes. Okay, Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know in regard to career? Career energy for Scorpio. The key. So there's a lot of new opportunities coming. All right, and it's kind of this, it's exactly the same energy as this, okay? Because we see like a doorway and then another doorway and then another doorway. And that's what this key is kind of doing. You open up one opportunity and as soon as you step through that door, you open up the next door and then the next door and then the next door. And they're all brand new opportunities. They're all, you know, fast-paced changes for you. So if you don't keep up with that system, you're going to get stuck with a door closing in your face eventually, you know, before you can get through it. So you do need to just keep, you know, pushing through those opportunities until you get to the one that brings the money. All right, because we got the money card coming through for you here, Scorpio. A lot of success with your finances, your sense of abundance, your wealth. So these fast changes are taking you directly to more money, you know. Although I do want to say, you know, there is that background warning there of more money, more problems. Okay, so you know, obviously, you know, once you own a mansion, you then you've got to pay for the upkeep of the mansion. You know, whereas if you only own a small house, it's a bit cheaper to look after it. You know, so more money, more problems. I'm just letting you know about that, Scorpio. It does seem relevant to some of you, but we also see the snake. All right, which is your card, Scorpio. It does talk about a lot of passion and, you know, your desires being met here. For some of you, there may be some illusions that you're breaking through, but because that snake card is your card, you have the power to, you know, see through any illusions that are, you know, in the way here. I feel as though the illusions that are trying to show themselves to you here are other people trying to hold you back. Like I sort of already said, that you do need to be very independent here. So there may be the illusion that you have to be a team, but that is not actually the case. You actually need to be independent here. If you want the big bucks at the end of the day, that snake needs you to see through that illusion that you have to do it at everyone else's pace, because no, you do not. You do it at your pace, which is as bang, bang, bang as you can, all right? The snake also does let us know, pardon me, by the way, the snake also does let us know here that, you know, if you hit an obstacle, you're the snake. You don't just go bang, oh, there's an obstacle, I better stop. No, you're a snake. You slither your little self around it, and you find another way around any problems that you encounter with your career. All right, so if you encounter a problem, find another way around it. Be a bit slippery if you have to be. You know, you're worrying about yourself and your own survival first and foremost at the moment, Scorpio. So, you know, embrace that Scorpio energy. You know, it's a strong energy, Scorpio, that you have. So, you know, embrace it at the moment. It's working actually in your favor to be a little bit selfish when it comes to your career. All right, so that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Sagittarians. Okay, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know in regard to career? Upcoming career energy for our Sagittarians. Okay. We've got one flying across the room here. Oh, it's definitely worth retrieving here because we have sweet success. All right, I'm hearing that song, Candy, 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 I can't let you go. I don't know why that's relevant, but it somehow is. It's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy it. So get what you want. So maybe that's what it's about. Candy, candy, candy. I can't let you go. I refuse to let you go. You're mine. I'm holding on tight. So getting what you want. Hell or high water at the moment, Sagittarius. We have perfect fit coming through. So get what you want, because do you know why? I'm the best. I'm the best for this. This is mine. It's mine. It was made for me. Why would I not get it? Makes perfect sense, right? Finding the right path, the fit with the soul, the ideal job. You're meant to be here. All right. So why would I think anything else? This is my job. This is what I deserve. This is my candy. You can't have it. I licked it, so it's mine. All right. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know in regard to career? So there is a couple of you where this is a new job. Weathering the storm, that phrase is coming through as well, because someone might be trying to steal your candy. We have the whip coming through first. That is also the rod, all right? So you can kind of see here we have the broom and the whip. So it's time to sweep out the trash a little bit here, Sagittarius. So I feel like there may actually be somebody trying to steal your candy. They're trying to start drama. They're trying to start tension. They're just trying to create trouble. There may be it may even result in like an actual verbal altercation. To be completely honest here, it's because you've got what they want, or you are better suited for what they want. Riding out the storm, we have the anchor. Do you know what? It's mine already. Why on earth would I allow your little energy, your drama to affect me? It's basically showing us that if you ride out the conflict, whatever this conflict is, you're riding that out. You're riding that out. This is just a storm that I've got to get through. I'm going to put down my anchor, and I'm all good. I'm all good. You can swirl your little tornadoes. I am unaffected. I have this anchor down, keeping me solid and steady and dependable. It's going to come to light. The truth always comes to light with the sun here as well. We have the sun, which leads you to happiness. That storm passes. Guess who's happy? Sagittarius is happy. Weather the storm, Sagittarius. You've got this. This is yours. Don't allow anyone to create any drama that says otherwise. Don't get drawn into any drama. All right. Someone's just trying to cause trouble. Don't let them cause trouble for you, because it's already yours. Don't let them take what's yours. I licked it, so it's mine. You can't have it. I'm not getting drawn into a drama. I don't need to, because I already have I already know that I'm the perfect fit. This is mine. Why would I stoop down to your level when this is already mine? You're fighting for something that is not yours. I feel like you're saying to this person and just ignoring this conflict that they're trying to stir, because you're, rock solid, dependable, reliable. You're weathering that storm, and, the truth gets revealed, and you're happy. Your happiness is the result. But pretty sure you all got what I meant there. But that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Capricorns. Okay. Capricorn, career energy for our Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know in regard to upcoming career energy? Upcoming career energy for Capricorn. Ooh. Home-based. Okay, home is the harbor of the soul. It's the safest place you can be. Change your environment. The interesting thing is the change your environment energy coming straight in with vacation time. All right. That does say start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. So it's kind of literally saying to you here, Capricorn, that you need to take a break, go home. Just go home. Just go home for a couple of days. Whatever that means to you, because for some of you, when I say go home for a couple of days, that means going home, visiting family, going on a vacation to see home. But for the rest of you, it just means literally go home, build a blanket fort and lay in bed watching telly. Go home, have some vacation time, stop and recharge. You can't give 100% all the time. If you go home and you recharge your little batteries, you can get back to giving 100% when you need to. All right, Capricorn. For some of you, yeah, I do get for some of you there is travel involved here. But it's wherever home is. Home is where the heart is, right? And it's the safe harbor of your soul. So go to where that is. Spend a few days somewhere that makes you feel safe and secure and like you're, home away from home, or, whatever makes you feel safe and the harbour of your soul. Very interesting phrasing there. But let's have a look with the lenormand as well. Capricorn. Some of you may also be looking at turning your career into more home-based, just business generally as well. But if that is you and you are sort of moving into more home-based career, make sure that you do set aside time in your day to recharge specifically, all right? And I'm also getting like literally making sure you've got charge points for devices as well, making sure those devices are charged. That's specifically for the working from home stuff, all right? Capricorn, what does Capricorn need to know in regard to career? Career for Capricorn, please. Yeah, we do see the coffin coming through first, so it's an end that brings around a new beginning. A death is just the rebirth for you here, Capricorn. So this is that recharge that, if you let your batteries get dead, like go dead, you need to recharge and transform that energy, the dead energy into new energy. So you're just kind of dead in the water at the moment, Capricorn. You do need that recharge to, move from something that's closed off. You've kind of, there's something closed off within yourself, and you haven't been able to move to the next stage within your own self before you have that recharge. All right, so I do feel for some of you too, this is an end to the non-home based career and a new beginning where you're working from home. So I am picking up on that side of it again as well. But things are going to be revealed very, very soon to you, Capricorn. We have the sun there. There will be some revelations coming through when it comes to your career. I do feel as though for some of you, it may be specifically in regard to some sort of transformative energy within your career. So once again, it may be something like your company is deciding to make your job a work from home job. And that's what's being revealed to you, is that you're going to have to start working from home. You're going to have to make a space to work from home. For some of you, with that vacation card, for some of you, it may actually be a change of location is necessary here. So it may just be like the office location is changing, or you're being asked to move to a different firm or something like that, a different suburb or something like along those lines. There's something going to be revealed about that in the near future here. We do see the card of meetings as well. So I do feel as though for some of you, what's being revealed is the need for you to have meetings. Just full stop. That your whatever your position is that you're it's getting revealed to you that there is a need for you to have some business meetings. You may be needing to meet with a specific client, and that's being revealed to you that if you want things to transform and move forward, be reborn, you do need to have a meeting with that particular client. Or the way that we're having our meetings maybe needs to change, be adapted. You may be invited to something specific here as well. I am getting like an event invitation for some of you here as well, that being revealed to you. If that is the case, if you do get invited to a specific, like an event through your career, your work, invited to something, it probably is advised to go to that, because it's that vacation energy, enjoying the freedom. This is some sort of, an event that allows you more freedom, a meeting that allows you more freedom, and that gets revealed to you. Ending one cycle and starting a better one, Capricorn. It does feel like a positive energies there. All right. On the bottom of the deck, flexibility. All right. So rolling with change, rolling with the opportunities that you're given. All right. So that's what we have for you. More than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know in regard to career? Career energy for Aquarius. Expression. Open up your heart and connect with others. Express your creative self. You don't normally have any issue with that, Aquarius. You're usually pretty creative. It's one of the best things about Aquarians. I personally believe you are not afraid to express yourselves and be creative. Make sure you are opening yourself up to others, though. It does seem to be, connecting with others, making sure that we are getting onto others' level and connecting on their level a little bit more. Being creative with the way that you're connecting to people, maybe connecting to people in a way that you're not comfortable with, that you're not used to, that you haven't done before. There may be just something about the need to connect with others around you within your career. We do see gambling coming through as well. Don't risk too much. Okay, excessive gambling can have dangerous consequences, but gambling, especially in a career sense, gambling can talk about, stocks. It can talk about those sorts of investments and things like that. It can talk about making impulsive decisions. It's not necessarily gambling as in playing poker, all right? Although for some of you it may definitely be. Don't risk it. So don't risk it. Okay, whatever that means for you in your circumstances. If there's, this, oh, maybe I'll just take some stationery home from the office. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. That's a gamble. All right, that's a gamble. Don't risk it. Be careful with that at the moment. I feel for a lot of you, it may have consequences if you risk too much. All right, so just be aware of that. Wanting to come through for a reason. Apparently, there, Aquarius. Aquarius, and I'm also picking up too, Aquarius, somebody who is like attending something with company. Like for example, your boss is taking you out for dinner, or you're at a work function, and there's even a work trip or something like that. The whole company goes to Vegas. What do we do in Vegas? We play poker machines and we gamble. Don't be excessive. All right, I know it's tempting if you're in Vegas to enjoy Vegas, but you need, you being excessive with it will be seen, all right, and looked at negatively. I feel like there's someone of you here where it's kind of like a test. They want to see how much you are willing to risk, because if you risk too much, that shows them that you're not the person that they want to offer that promotion to, or they're willing to let you, have control of the company money because they're worried that you're going to invest it, you know, too willy-nilly, like too impulsively and things like that. So they're going to say, oh, well, we won't give Aquarius the stocks choices. You know, we'll send it to somebody else instead because Aquarius is not going to do the best thing for the business, you know. So it just feels like someone in particular, you're being watched, and it's kind of a test to see how you take the risk, how much of a risk you're willing to take. And the more risk that you take, the worse it looks for you. You need to be conservative with the risks that you're taking when it comes to work career. All right. So whoever that's for, it is just one person specifically, I feel. And I feel like you'll know it when it happens, kind of thing. You'll be like, oh, this does feel a bit like I'm being tested to see what's got, you know. So just keep that in mind. If you get that sensation of like, oh, I feel like they're watching to see what I'm going to do here, less risk, the better. All right. So be conservative is the clue for you to get through that safely. All right. Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius with career energy? I think too, it's very much like being creative with the way that you're taking that risk, rather than doing it in the standard kind of a risk way. Yeah, it's kind of showing me the same thing again. We have the mountain coming through here first. So this is like the need to put in a little bit of hard work right now when it comes to your career. All right. So, you know, there is some blockages or some obstacles that you're having to overcome. That's the blockage, the obstacle that you're having to overcome. It feels like this gambling thing, this test, let's say, you know, this test that you're being put to see how much of a risk you're willing to take. It seems like that's the obstacle, that's the blockage that you're being faced with, and that's where you're having to put in a little bit of hard work and think, you know, plan it very carefully. You know, planning exactly where you're going to step to climb up this mountain, so that you can climb up there and not without any missteps, without falling back down. Because we have the mice coming through, so there is a lot of stress upcoming alongside all this hard work. But you know, perseverance and determination are going to you know, make it just stress rather than loss. All right, because the mice does let us know that if we fall back down that mountain too many times, it becomes a loss. All right, so we want to avoid that loss, and just allow it to stress us, kind of thing, that it's going to probably eat away at you and eat away at you and eat away at you, and so you've got to persevere and persevere and persevere. That's the you know, that's the key for you at the moment, is to keep on going, just keep on climbing, and don't let yourself fall back down, because if you do, that's where we're risking too much, and things might get taken from us. Okay, so but we do have the dog as well, so showing that you're loyal, showing your loyalty, showing your support here, in showing that you're, you know, willing to help others climb that mountain as well. That you can be a good friend to your business, kind of thing. That's a clue for the expression, I feel, as well, that the creative way about things is friendship. Friendship is going to help you rise above, and your loyalties and your friendship that you're offering, the support and companionship and the understanding that you're offering, it helps you. All right. So use those things to your advantage here, Aquarius. So that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. You're the first one that's got a message that's coming through so much as like a warning like that. So you definitely may want to check some of your other placements. Like I would suggest, you know, your moon, your rising is probably a good one for you with this reading, as well as your Saturn placement, maybe a good one for you to check as well, if you know those, of course. but subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, Pisces, what's going on for Pisces with career energy for our Pisces? It's not really wanting to tell me that much at the moment, Pisces, about career for you. Independence. If you want it done right, do it yourself, Pisces. Managing money yourself. Independence guarantees your security. Don't depend on others. So if you want it done right, do it yourself. Love affair. Beware, love affairs at work rarely end well. Don't lose your mind. Okay, so be careful about... I feel as though for a lot of you, this is not just romantic love affairs. This is like my work husband, my work bestie, that kind of thing. That those relationships may actually overpower your need to be independent with your career here. And it may be like, I'm just kind of getting that, if you depend on that relationship too much, that it may actually be seen as a bad thing by others in the workplace, like especially like leaderships and boss type figures, because they may kind of go, well, if I upset Pisces work bestie, it's going to upset Pisces as well. And Pisces, I'm not going to, and so then it's going to, I'm just getting this example given to me here that it's like Pisces, you've got a work bestie, right? And your company goes, we really want to fire bestie, but bestie and Pisces are so close that if we fire bestie, we actually have to fire Pisces as well, because we're not going to get the best out of Pisces anymore. So you kind of do need to separate your energy from others in the workplace here a little bit, and don't rely on others to prop you up. I just feel like there's, somebody at work that's kind of, it's not that they're holding you back. It's just that I'm just kind of getting that the quality or the level that they're at is just not equal to your own. And if you allow yourself to match their energy, you're lowering yourself, and it's going to look badly upon you, Pisces. All right, you need to be independent. You need to manage, independence guarantees your security in this career. You need to make sure you're not depending on others. And it seems to be more so along the lines of not allowing it to be shown that you're depending on others. All right, so it's even just like little things too, like even just something simple like if you need help with a task, don't go to the same person every single time, because then it's showing that you have a reliance on that person. Ask different people. Show that you're independent enough to be able to get answers from the people most able to provide them, not just, oh, I'm comfortable with that person, so I'm going to ask them. Because I just feel this energy of like, if you're showing too much dependence on one specific person, it's actually not looking good for you, Pisces. It's not good on you to do that, all right? So just be aware of that. Career energy for Pisces. Upcoming career energy for our Pisces. Yeah, pretty much exactly what I just said. It's kind of because we have the mice coming through first. We have the clover coming through on the back of that, followed by the house. All right, so there's what we want. All right, the security, the job security, the stability. That's what we're wanting, right? Don't stress too much. Don't look, see how many mice are in here? See how many mice are in this card? You need to, you know, if you don't want to suffer a loss with your career, you need to take a chance, branch out a little bit, jump, you know, you've got fortunes on your side, but it's kind of telling us in order to avoid the loss, you need to take a risk to not depend on others, to take a chance on yourself a little bit more here if you want to be stable and secure here. The house a lot of the time can represent oneself as well. So you're taking a chance on oneself quite literally here because, you know, there's too many mice in the kitchen. We end up with no cheese. So you need to show you're not relying on your little mice buddies. You're able to do everything by yourself. You're not eating away at everyone else's, you know, no one else is eating away at your energy. You're not, you know, you're not suffering loss from not taking a chance on yourself. All right, so just pretty straightforward there, Pisces, but you are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again soon.